Ring. Hello. Good afternoon. My name is Mike Scharfenberg, and I'm a senior associate with the Hartford Yard Goats. So the reason for the call is I'm looking to connect with the person who plans group outings for your company.
Let me think. That would be Matt. Let me connect you up there.
Fantastic. And before you go, what was your name, sir?
Yeah, my name's Joe.
Joe, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Ring, ring. Hello?
Hi, is this Matt?
Who's this?
Matt, my name's Mike Scharfenberg. I'm a senior associate with the Hartford Yard Goats. Reason for the call is I heard through Joe pointed out you're the person for your organization that plans group outings. Is that correct?
You got the right guy. You got me.
Fantastic. So let me ask Matt, have you been to a Hartford Yard Goats game before?
Actually, I've been a few times. I went last summer. I want to say it was 4th of July weekend. I went with my family. And we had a great time. You guys do a great job with some of the on-field experiences and wacky stuff you do in minor league baseball.
Awesome, and that's where we try to separate ourselves, is that experience. You go to a major league game and it's it's tough. You can't get that that intimate connection. So that's one of the things we try to do to separate ourselves. So can you tell me a little bit more about that experience, though? Maybe some things you on the negative side that you didn't like.
I guess.
Well, it's always good to hear that you have to struggle there. I like that.
Yeah. We were down the line,
Okay.
so I had a couple young kids that the foul balls can be a bit stressful. At that point, it felt like we were playing dodgeball with the guy just fouling balls off left and right. So I guess that would be my one takeaway. But otherwise, you guys have done a great job over there. Fantastic.
And that's my job, Matt, as your personal contact here with the team, is to work around some of the things that you may not have liked to make that better in the future. We do have seating where it's behind netting, way down down the line where it's 99.9%. I never like to say 100, but where you're protected. So it's things like that working with a rep like myself, I can help out with. So moving now, switching gears to the corporate side. Tell me a little bit about some experiences you've had with group outings with your company in the past.
We do try to do one, I want to say once a month, and we actually have one that we just did this past month where we went to the Hartford Wolfpack, the hockey team down the street from you guys, and we had access to what they call ice level lounge, and that was a really neat experience for our folks.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit more about the this ice level lounge and what was included in that and that experience.
Sure. So it was as the name implies, it was right down on ice level. You can bang on the glass, and the players are right there, so that was really cool. It had like a buffet included with it. I think it went for 2 hours, and there was a bunch of high top tables set up along that kind of open area down there. So that's kind of how it went.
That sounds awesome. Sign me up. Where can I sign up? No, but I remember my first hockey game. I was actually right down, similar, not in a nice lounge, but I was right on the ice. And I remember just looking on my phone and looking up at the players, bang right in the ice, and felt like I had a mini heart attack. But it's so cool to be right on the action.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So tell me a little bit more now about company outings and what's the criteria that you look for when planning a work outing.
Kind of like I mentioned, we try to do one once a month as really just to build camaraderie. We like to get the gang out of the office and do something that's not work related, so they can really just build some relationships and just have a good time, just cut loose.
Awesome, and that's the whole point. We do that here with the Yard Goats as well, about once a month, and we've noticed a big ROI on that investment because the organization not only becomes closer, the marketing guy and the sales guy get to go out together, and in an organization everybody needs to work together to perform to the best. So kudos to you guys for doing it. That's awesome. So how about let's talk headcount now. How many usually attend a company outing?
I would say normally between 30 to 40. That's pretty average. I will say that the hockey one was a little underattended. We had probably about 15 to 20 that signed up for that one.
15 to 20. So tell me, what's the about a 50% decrease? What do you think attributed to that?
I think there's a couple of factors. Probably the biggest one, the price. we paid $50 per ticket for that. We thought, with a change of pace, doing something with food included and, kind of being right down on the ice, that would be a bigger draw. But I think that might have turned some people off. But also, I think the day of the week was kind of troublesome too. We did it on a Wednesday just because that was really what they had available, but wasn't too great for that.
No, and it is tough, especially right in the middle of the work week. People got things going on. On a Wednesday, it's like, all right, I'm halfway to Friday now. Like, I just want to go home and get through this week. So I totally understand that, and that's why we're looking. My job is to help kind of make this process move forward and find you a date that works best for you. So let me ask. I know you said about 30. You spent about 50, and that was a little high per head. What's a price that you feel comfortable spending per person and for average group outing?
I would say probably around 30 is a good range that would normally fit our budgets. Yeah,
and there's so much we can do with that. I can work a lot of things. So I'm curious, I'm going to backtrack a little bit to the Ice Level Lounge. Can you tell me a little bit more about the exclusivity of that? Was it your specific space? Was it a shared space? Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
So it was shared with a few other groups. So there was like one big buffet set up in the corner and a bunch of tables set up. And I think there was 2 or 3 other companies down there, with whatever their guests were. Yeah.
And how did that experience go? Would you prefer having your own private space, or is that shared private space enough for you?
I don't think it's a game changer. Whether it's shared with other groups or our own space, we're all pretty, close in the sense that we all know each other. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's a problem if we're in a shared space. We can always kind of gather ourselves up on our own.
Yeah, no, and this is just my personal point of view. You still get your own private space, and you are a business, and you never know networking, who you might be speaking with, because you're gonna, mingle in between, and you never know. I'm just saying, I'm throwing it out there, you never know.
True.
So Matt, listen, based off what you told me, you're looking for an experience for your coworkers. You're looking to spend around $30 per head, about 30 to 40 people. And you're looking on a Thursday, Friday for an event. Is that correct?
That all sounds pretty spot on.
Yeah. And like I said, I actually, believe it or not, I got a perfect option for you right here. So it's a Friday night in the middle of July. They're actually playing the Trenton Thunder, which is the AA affiliate of the Yankees. So you get a little glamour value being from the Northeast. I'm sure you have a lot of Yankee fans, in the office, so that would be a nice draw.
Some Yankee haters.
Hey, well, you can root against them. You root against the Stars of tomorrow. You can do that too. Either way. So it's against the Trenton Thunder. It's on a Friday. The biggest thing though, so you get your own shared private space, which is really nice. The one thing is, so it's a $38 per head. I know you said ballpark was $30, but what I'm going to be able to do for that additional $8 is I'm going to be able to throw in a buffet. Food and drink is included, and I know you said it's not a necessity, but it's great. It's a nice added value. So I'm going to throw that in as well, combined with your own space and on a night that, you said works best for you. So what are your thoughts on that?
I'd really like to try and keep it closer to the 30 mark.
Okay.
If you have anything maybe a little cheaper.
Yeah, so we do have another area, so it's 33. Okay. You would get your own shared space. You would have food included, all of that. It's our picnic area out in left field, so it's not as great of a view, but you get, it checks off everything on the box, and from what it sounds like is you're going out there for that experience, the social aspect of it anyways. So how does that sound? What are your thoughts on that?
That actually sounds pretty good. I think that's kind of similar to what we did with the hockey game, but the price definitely sounds a lot more appealing.
Yeah, and like I said, that's what my job is, to work with you and your budget and find that, connect the dots for you and kind of make this as easy a transition as possible. So how this works, to call the seats yours, is all I need is a deposit for the 40 tickets in that section. I would just need a 50% deposit since it is one of our premium hospitality areas, and then we can call the seats yours. How does that sound?
Yeah, I do just need to run this by a few other people, so I'm not the ultimate decision maker. We do have a committee that we need to vote on a few different things as well.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's like that in my household too. I can't just make a decision. You gotta talk to the missus first, and it's like that in business, and I totally get that. So how long of a process does this normally take to have that board meeting and all of that?
Well, I think our next meeting we have coming up, I want to say it's 2 weeks from today. So I'll be able to get something.
That's the 18th, right? Correct, Matt?
I believe so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Sorry to interrupt.
No worries at all. So yeah, actually it's the 18th. So that'll work. And from there, I can just bring that to the attention, and we should be able to vote right then and there in that meeting.
Fantastic. And Matt, I'm surprised that I was able to find this game, to be completely honest with you, with all the criteria, because we are Connecticut's premier and up-and-coming professional sports franchise, and that is one of our more premium and most desirable games. And the only issue is I really can't hold the seats without a deposit. What I can do though, Matt. I know I can tell you're serious, and you've been to our ballpark, you've seen our product, and you've been able to experience how great it is, and I know you want to share that with your coworkers. How reasonable would it be to think you can speak with whoever you need to speak with by the end of the day today? I will hold the seats. Hopefully my boss doesn't find out, but I will pull them aside until the end of the day. So how realistic is that to think?
I think we'll just take our chances. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to get any kind of answer today. While I would probably love to do it, I myself can't probably pull those strings. So if we lose out on it, so be it. But I can follow back up with you in a couple of weeks, and maybe we revisit some other dates at that time.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, that's my job, is to take the burden off of you, and I just wanted to offer that to you. And just because I really want to get you out to the ballpark. So I know, so you get out the meeting in 2 weeks. So hopefully the seats are there. But what nor not, what we can do, I would love to take the burden off of yourself and the pressure. I would love to take a couple minutes and hop on a call during your meeting and kind of go over everything that we've went over today. I know it's in 2 weeks, so I wouldn't want you to worry about forgetting it, and just I would feel that based off our conversation, I would love to do that and offer that for you. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the offer, Mike, but I think if you can just email over those details that we talked about, so prices, dates, maybe some other dates you got available, I can run that by. So my folks on this end run it up the ladder and try and get something moving along for you.
Perfect. And it's not for me; it's for you. I'm just the end. I'm the driver, and you're the one telling me where to go. So that sounds fantastic. And like I said, so I'll get all that information to you. And what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to attach my direct phone number and email. Feel free to reach out to me at any time with questions, or if I can be of any assistance. That's why I'm here. Like I said, I'm your guy. I want to help make that transition and get you here as easy as possible. So one last thing before we conclude our dialogue today. So I know the meeting's on the 18th. What does your schedule look like for July 19th or for June 19th?
So we'll be looking. Oh, I think I'm available between 2 and 3. I should be free.
Look, I mean, what are the odds? So during the season, my book is pretty full with clients and all of that, but I always have time, and 3 o'clock actually fits. So I will put you in for 3 o'clock on the 19th, and I'm really looking forward to connecting then. And I want to thank you again, Matt, for taking time out of your busy schedule to connect today. And I hope it was a good dialogue on both ends, and I'm looking forward to continuing our conversation and hopefully welcoming you and your coworkers to the Yard Goat family really soon.
Yeah, Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for the call, Mike.
No problem. And again, thanks for your time, Matt. And we will be in touch shortly. And like I said, if you need anything else, just reach out.
Will do. Thank you.
Fantastic. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.